Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Black 2. No healing in battle, revenge, Rainbow Wedlocke. In the last episode, we hatched our 2 mystery eggs for defeating Clay, and then we made our way down south of Driftvale to the Pokemon World Tournament. And you might be like, why are you still in the Pokemon World Tournament? Surely you could get more than that done in this one episode, right? You would think, unless in the weirdest way you've ever had a Pokemon die, you had your Bastiodon Lout die in the Pokemon World Tournament. It's still ringing with me, like, what the heck? That happened? And yeah, it did. Charon, of all people, with his Minccino knowing Wake Up Slap and Bullet Seed. And you might be like, Wake Up Slap from a Minccino killed Bastiodon? Yeah, with a critical hit. When I was at +6 defense. It's been incredibly difficult for me to swallow, but Pokemon World Tournament deaths do count, regardless of them being in a tournament setting. Can't use items from the bag in there at all. Not that I'm allowed to anyways. Can't switch, it's on set. And it still counts. It's a part of the game to defeat. And I did, with Lout being our cost. It hurts because Lout had such high potential and I feel like he was incredibly robbed in there. It was one of the dumbest ways I've ever seen a Pokemon die, and he was just robbed. That's what happened. There's no turning back, it's just how the cards were dealt for us. And we do have to say goodbye to Lout. Add a new Pokemon to the team and move on in his spirit. We're gonna get our revenge for him. He won't be forgotten. Gushers will go on for him. It's time to say goodbye to Lout, our Bastiodon, who died in the Pokemon World Tournament against Charon. Now, if you guys are new to Pokemon and you haven't actually played Generation 4, you might be like, you gotta put a Pokemon in the PC, that's stupid. Sun and Moon, they send it straight to your PC. Yeah, back in my day, it wasn't as easy as it is now, kids. Anyways, we get a shield on. There is not a doubt in my mind that you two meeting was destiny. Heck, you two are the only Pokemon in existence to share the suffix of Odon. You both sat in the same PC together for months back in Sinnoh, and I can't help but think this relationship was formed long before now. While Destiny herself didn't find a place for you two, she knew Karma would. In your home region of Sinnoh, you both are fairly generic Pokemon. However, in Unova, you could not be more unique. Lout, with how perfect you and Gushers were together, I genuinely didn't see a time where you could die. I saw myself defeating Champion Iris with you two still by my side. The only way something could have happened to you was getting slapped with the right move at the right time. And unfortunately, that's what Charon did. We both got too comfortable. We let down our shields, and while I managed to recover mine, yours had dropped, and your time here had sadly ended. Life plays out in parts. This was your sequel, and while yours has come to a close, I have a strong feeling Gushers is only beginning. Rest easy, big guy. I love Lout! Oh, this is infuriating for me to do. Goodbye, Lout. Oh, that hurts. That one hits hard. That one hits so hard, man. The one bright side about it is we have a lot of Pokemon in our PC. There's some really, really cool Pokemon that everybody would love to see used, and one of them will be used here today. So I need a partner for our Gastrodon Gushers. Now, Gushers is a female that only likes males. So I need a male that likes females in some capacity. And my only any Pokemon are female, so none of these count. It has to be one of these males that like females. So anything from Lumiose or Togepi to Pluto or Krogunk. And Pluto or Krogunk and Brooklyn or Surskit were the last 2 mystery eggs hatched. We hatched those right after Clay. Last episode they were hatched. They were birthed in the same episode that Lout died. And I've been giving this a good amount of thought. Not extreme thought like I normally do, mainly because there really isn't much to think about. Our Gastrodon Gushers only has one weakness, as with all Gastrodon, and that's grass. We need a grass-type coverage, basically. I want somebody that resists grass. So, for that, Foreman, Shiloh, Aben, Briz, Ganesh, they were all out. But there's still a lot of Pokemon that resist grass, like Lumiose, Cacti Jack, Deputy, Change, Reckless, Helamoth, Brooklyn, and of course Pluto. Now, I also wanted a Pokemon that doesn't have a bunch of weaknesses, something that Gushers could reliably cover. So, Pluto, as much as I would love to use him, I think he's out for us. We have a big weakness to flying. That would be half of our team having a weakness to flying, and that's the next gym leader. Flying's not actually the problem. I never thought about that one. Flying's not the problem. He has a lot of weaknesses, and Dry Skin would work really well with Gushers, because Dry Skin's an ability that gives the Pokemon HP if it's raining, and they're healed by water-type attacks, like Water Absorb. That would be great, because Gushers is a water-type, and they could be like a rain team. I might be second-guessing myself here, but it also makes him weak to fire, and the sunlight hurts him. That's not necessarily an issue. Sunlight would hurt them both, theoretically speaking, with Gushers being weaker. But he just has a lot of weaknesses that Gushers isn't really good against. Like, all of his weaknesses, a lot of them anyways, Gushers is just neutrally affected by, and I feel like that could get them into a lot of trouble. Reckless wouldn't be evolved until level 55 into Salamence. That's a long time to carry a Shelgon. I don't know how great Shelgon is, but it's probably not a good idea. Change would be cool. I like Sawsbuck, but again, a lot of the weaknesses that Change has are neutrally effective towards Gushers. Same with same thing can be said with Cacti Jack or Maractus and Deputy or Trubbish as well. Trubbish not so much, but I just don't really feel like using Trubbish personally. Not something I'm feeling like right now. And same thing can be said for Lumiose. So for me, this came down to our bug flying types. Helamoth or Mothim, and Surskit or Brooklyn. Well, Brooklyn or Surskit, rather. So, fan service. Everybody wants to see me bring a Helamoth back to the team, because we actually used this Mothim in our Platinum Fate Lock for a long time before I ended up retiring him. That's why he's level 32. It would take minimal training to get him ready to go, and technically he could fight right now if he needed to. The only issue with Helamoth is he doesn't really get very good coverage. He'll be the same typing as Brooklyn when he evolves, and all of the weaknesses that Brooklyn and Helamoth will have, Gushers covers fairly well. Gushers resist rock, their biggest weakness, and they are resistant towards grass. So, I just feel like bug flying and water ground would work very well together, better than any other typing in this PC. I'd be more apt to use Pluto if we didn't have Marcus. We already have a fighting type, there's no need to add another right here and now, unfortunately. But it was mainly between Brooklyn or Surskit and Helamoth or Mothim, and I gave this a ton of thought, and I based it on their movesets, and kind of their ability. Helamoth has the ability Swarm, very rarely will ever be used. Brooklyn has Swift Swim. Now, Swift Swim in itself isn't very useful, but it becomes Intimidate, which is a game-changing ability. It's insanely good. And Brooklyn overall gets better attacks than Helamoth does. And Helamoth already had his time to shine. Maybe he'll get that chance again should Brooklyn die, but I'm actually going to be adding Brooklyn our Surskit to the team as Gusher's new partner. The reason for that is the move pool is insane. Intimidate is incredible. It has better stats than a Mothim overall, which normally I don't take those into account too much, but we do have, you know, a pretty tough time in these challenges. I think we should probably go with the better stats in that case, even if they both are fairly bad in this game. Brooklyn has a Masquerain, gets Icy Wind, Giga Drain, Signal Beam, I believe, all kinds of stuff. Ominous Wind, Bubble Beam, a ton of good moves. Scald later on, Acrobatics, the list goes on. The move pool is insanely good. And I've never used a Surskit. And I really want to. And so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, that special attack, I didn't check. That sucks. The special defense is good, I suppose, but I wanted you to be good with special attacks. Dang it! Too late now. We have Brooklyn, the Surskit, and I do have to train him up, but it's a big but. Who can get the Rocky helmet, actually? I'll talk about that in a second, but we might be thrown into Team Plasma stuff immediately. If that's the case, I don't have an option, so I'm going to give Brooklyn the experience share. And for the Rocky helmet, November has the leftovers. Let's give Trixie the leftovers and give November the Rocky helmet. The Rocky helmet's just a really game-changing item, and whenever I can have it, and it could make the slightest bit of difference, I'd like to have the Rocky helmet. So we're going to go ahead and give that to November. Lout only got to wear it for no time at all. That sucks, man. I'm so disappointed in it, but I'm happy to be using Brooklyn. I think these guys could be really good. And I'm going to need a team name for these two, so if you guys want to help me figure that out, suggest it in the comments section. But with that being said, I'm still really shook up about the Lout thing. This is being recorded immediately after, so I can get to training, but it's a tough thing to take. It does throw me into Team Plasma right away. Oh no. Please let me out of this. Yeah, Charon, shut up! He's like, you two look so much different. Yeah, my Pokemon was just killed by some jerk named Charon. I can't believe it! Charon ended up killing somebody. If nobody would have ever guessed that back then when we beat him with Sage and Elusive. We made it through him without a death in the actual gym battle, and then to lose a Pokemon to Charon? It's so hard for me to take. And we can go ahead and leave the Pokemon World Tournament before taking on Team Plasma, and that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and do. So, I have to train our new member, Brooklyn, all the way up to level probably 35. I'd like to get everybody on the team to 35. Yeah, I think that's fair. So, train Trixie, November, Marcus, and Catherine 1 level, and then Brooklyn will probably be in good fighting shape for some route in the past. And we'll go ahead and do that. Since Brooklyn's evolution is going to be, happening during training, I'll do it how I normally do when the training doesn't end on them evolving, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of training and show it to you guys once the training montage is over. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the episode and have been enjoying it so far. Don't forget to crush the like button to show your support for the suffering that I went through with Lout, and if you're enjoying the series as a whole. I'm going to go ahead and get to training, mainly for Brooklyn, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Enjoy the music!
Everybody makes mistakes, 'cause no one can be perfect. It was just one kiss, but that don't justify it. I know what I did was wrong, but it's like I did it just to spite you, because all we ever do is fight. Oh, and I really think it's time we say goodbye. Baby, I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind. It hasn't always been like this. Remember when we were in love? You were always there for me, and we could talk for hours. I don't know what happened to us. Oh, 'cause we bring each other down right now, and I don't even know why. You know, I really think it's time we say goodbye. Baby, I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind. See me walking out the door. It's better this way, you know this ain't working anymore. It's something that we should have done a long time ago. You know, I think we should say goodbye. Baby, I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind.
Didn't I wait for you? Didn't I say I'm sorry? Didn't I do the best I could? You have high expectations. Don't I know that you've explained it? How I should prove myself to you. But I can't when I'm with you. I need to laugh again. But I can't when I'm with you. I need to find my way by myself. I cannot wait until you hear my story. I cannot wait until I burst. If I could have a day without no worries, maybe I'd figure out a way to stay. Didn't I put you first? Didn't I reassure you? Did you ever do those things for me? I don't mind complicated, but the line is crossed. I'm waiting for a sincere apology. But you can't when you're with me. You need to find a way. But you can't when you're with me. You can with everyone else, just not me. I cannot wait until you hear my story. I cannot wait until I burst. If I could have a day without no worries, maybe I'd figure out a way to stay. for you, yeah. Didn't I say I'm sorry? Didn't I do the best I could? I could. You have high expectations. Oh, I know that you've explained that. How I should prove myself to you. If I could have a day without no worries, maybe I'd figure out a way to stay. I cannot wait until you hear my story. If I could have a day without no worries.
All right, Brooklyn has reached level 25, and I waited 3 extra levels, so he learns Bubble Beam. And we're gonna obviously teach that it's a move he can only get as a Masquerain if he gets it as a Surskit. So that's what I wanted to go ahead and wait to do. It'll be the best water move we get until Scald, so that's a long ways off, and I thought it would be necessary. And now I will finally let Brooklyn evolve. And there we have it! Brooklyn, our Surskit, has evolved into Masquerain! This is a Pokemon I have wanted to use for such a long time, and now I get the chance to do so. It sucks the reasoning why, but I believe in Brooklyn, and I think he has some really good chance to move forward strong on this team. Those defenses are a little lacking, but we'll get him there for sure. Alright guys, training is finally done. I finally got Brooklyn all trained up to level 35 and evolved into Masquerain as you saw before this. And I've been giving this a lot of thought. It's been quite a few days since I added Brooklyn to the team and trained him up. And I've been giving him a lot of thought. So, why I chose Brooklyn is probably a question everybody's going to want to know. In my Discord server after Lout had died, I saw everybody was like, oh, it's guaranteed. Helamoth's getting added to the team. And most people were right about the bug flying typing being the best thing I could have given to Gushers. My team is really weak to flying, which is a scary thing to me because Skyla's coming up, but assuming Catherine handles Skyla without problems, it won't be an issue. But I do hate having so many shared typings like that. Brooklyn being weak to flying, Marcus, and November as well. But why I chose Brooklyn, so we have a Masquerain right here. Level 35, bug flying type. It was just a Surskit. And here we have Helamoth, our Mothim, that I used in my Platinum Fatelock from Sequel Clause here. He was a big part of our Platinum adventure early on, and he even had Pokerus because he was on the team early on when we were, we had Pokerus in that adventure. And I saw a lot of people saying, oh, Helamoth's guaranteed. Now, Sequel Clause I initially wanted to add because I wanted to use Pokemon that we had used before, like Helamoth, and give them a chance to find love. And who knows, maybe Helamoth really likes Gushers all those times they sat in the PC together. But that wasn't the sole reason. The Mystery Eggs is also a twist, and we hatched Surskit, and I wanted to use Surskit because we had not used a Masquerain before on the channel, and we have used Helamoth. But if I could go back, I think I would probably change my decision for the fans, because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see me use Helamoth again, and there are a lot of people who were saying, but Helamoth's better than Brooklyn. Why would you do Brooklyn? Well, I disagree in a way. They both have their advantages. So the number one advantage that you're gonna get with Brooklyn is Brooklyn has a better move pool and has Intimidate. Intimidate's a game-changing ability when these two Pokemon don't have the best stats overall. As you can see, Brooklyn has a minus special attack nature, and while I EV trained him with the Macho Brace in many different areas, his stats still are pretty lacking. Good special defense, I suppose, not the greatest, but the best on my team, which is pretty good to see. But they're not the best Pokemon. Bug Flying type, they're just weaker Pokemon, and Masquerain didn't have the boost from Gen 7 yet, because Gen 7 hadn't happened, and was buffed quite a bit in that generation. So, and I had also to go back on this, because I could use one in Sun and Moon, but, well, Ultra Sun and Moon when we do those games, but that's in the past now. We are using Brooklyn the Masquerain here. Now, what I'm mainly concerned about is, in a no-healing challenge as difficult as this one, using a Pokemon with really low stats and not that great overall frightens me. I've used an Emolga in a challenge where I wasn't able to heal, and I'm an advocate for weaker Pokemon like that, but sometimes they just get straight up overpowered, and that's what I'm really worried about for these two. That's why I think Intimidate's a better idea. A lot of people were saying Mothim gets better attacks, and I disagree with you on that one. And I wrote down all the different moves that they get. They share a lot of moves like Energy Ball and Shadow Ball and stuff like that, but some moves are a little different. So the main difference is they don't get their main special attacking flying move, which is Air Slash, until different levels. Helamoth would get it at level 41, which is pretty close. And Brooklyn doesn't get it until level 47. So we have Gust as our main flying type attack until 47. You would think, but you actually get Aerial Ace in Mistralton City, and Brooklyn's attack stat's not that bad. I don't think it's that big of a difference. So Aerial Ace is not an issue. They both get Signal Beam, great. And they both get Bug Buzz. Helamoth gets Bug Buzz, which is better than Signal Beam, at level 47. The same level Brooklyn would have gotten Air Slash. When does Brooklyn get Bug Buzz? 61. It's a pretty long way, but Signal Beam is still fine. It can confuse, and it's good enough. And I don't see him making it to level 61 anyways, but you never know. Now, Helamoth gets Psychic-type attacks. Helamoth gets, as you can see, Psybeam, and gets Psychic via TM. Brooklyn doesn't get Psychic at all. However, Brooklyn can get the move Ice Beam, which, while not similar to Psychic, it's something Helamoth can't get, and Ice Beam's a really good attack to have in situations. And Brooklyn can also learn Icy Wind via the move Tutor, which is a little later on. Now, last difference is you can see Brooklyn has Water-type attacks in Bubble Beam, and he can even learn the TM for Scald, which I don't think we get until after Marlin, which is a long, long way away. And the other move that Helamoth gets that Brooklyn can't is Electro Web. I don't know where you get it. It's from the move Tutor. I don't know which one, but Electro Web could be interesting, to say the least. That's the main differences with these two. There really isn't too much of a difference, and the main difference besides Intimidate is the fact that Helamoth is a Pokemon that we have used on our adventure before in another series, and I should have given Helamoth another chance to shine. But if anything happens to Brooklyn in the immediate future, and we don't have a better option caught by then for Gushers, Helamoth will be taking his place without a doubt. So, hope is not lost. But I'm still excited to use Brooklyn. I think Masquerain's a really cool Pokemon, and I'm excited to show him off. I'm worried for him, mainly because of those stats. But you never know. He could surprise us all. So I'm going to go ahead and put Brooklyn up front. I don't think this is my best decision that I've ever made, because we have to take on Team Plasma back at the Pokemon World Tournament. We never got to do that because we lost our Bastiodon Lout in the Pokemon World Tournament. We had to train up a new member right away, so I haven't done that quite yet. And that's pretty scary because I don't remember what levels they have. What hidden power did Brooklyn have? I checked this. It wasn't worth it. Actually, it was worth it, I remember, but I don't have the hidden power TM because you get it at the Pokemon World Tournament. Will I ever farm for it? Brooklyn's hidden power is flying. Right, it's not worth it. I mean, yeah, it's better than Gust, but we'll get Aerial Ace really soon, so it doesn't matter. What did Colress have to say? Trust, it's too much of an unknown factor, but if believing in your Pokemon gives you the courage to stand up to Team Plasma, yeah, that it does. I believed in my Pokemon in a lot of scary situations, and here we are today. Unfortunately, Lout's no longer with us, but I believe in Brooklyn. I think believing in them is one of the most important things that I can possibly do here, because while the pairing options for Gushers weren't the greatest based on what would work well for Gushers as a Gastrodon, I still believe in Brooklyn regardless of his stats not being the best. Decent speed, you know, the third fastest Pokemon on my team. Not the best attacking stats or defense, but good special defense. So I'm gonna lead with Brooklyn even though I don't feel like I should. I don't feel like it's a good idea to do against Team Plasma, but, and this is a big but, I think Brooklyn needs the chance to fight, right? Like, he's the new member of the team. We're gonna fight with Brooklyn even if it's not the best idea. And Gushers is always there to back him up, right? I feel like this is a really bad idea. We're gonna do it anyways. You know what? And if Brooklyn happens to die against Team Plasma in here because of something stupid, we'll just add Helimoth to the team and pretend it never happened. I was about to say that's not going to happen. What did I learn about smack talking and talking prematurely? Don't do it. That's why Lout is dead. I mean, that was bad luck. It could have happened anyways. Whatever. Shane and Sharon are here. We have to fight alongside them to take down Team Plasma on their own ship for some reason. Like, this is private property. Are we supposed to be here? Team Plasma's like, yeah, that's correct. Get off our ship, right? Like, technically, we're not allowed to do anything about this, right? Unless it's like a private dock and they're not supposed to be here. But who are we? We aren't the police, right? Yeah, Shane's like, I'm about to unleash my rage. What? Okay, it's 2 battles back to back. I didn't remember that, actually. But hopefully they have something similar to like a Scraggy or anything that Brooklyn can take out without issue, because he does have one Pokemon and the first thing's gonna be a Coughing. All right. Frightening because it could just go boom, annihilation, and end me. But we do have Intimidate, which is the main highlight of using Brooklyn. Intimidate is so good, and it makes his lackluster defense not as bad if we end up intimidating a foe. So what do? I'll Bubble Beam it. Now, Gust does more than Bubble Beam. It's Stab, I think. Bubble Beam can, slow him? Yeah, 65, right? And then 40? Yeah. Gust does more with Stab. And Signal Beam is resisted, so I guess we'll use Gust. We want to hit it with a special attack, obviously, because they're really defensive. Just don't use Self-Destruct. Okay. I'm like genuinely terrified it's gonna use like Self-Destruct on me. This is a good time to see if Bubble Beam does more for certain, because I'm not gonna knock it out with another Gust anyways, and if I do more with Bubble Beam, it'll knock it out here. And it's a really cool attack. It'll be the best. Yeah, it is better, I guess. Okay. Or maybe it was just a damage range. It's really close regardless. And I guess just Shell Bell is gonna help Brooklyn get a little bit of HP back just for this next fight, so we don't get a chance to heal. I'm 99% certain. Yeah, we don't. And he just said it's Trubbish time, so my fear has gone down drastically. I'm no longer worried for this run with his one singular Trubbish. I guess Garbodor would be too overpowered at this point in the game. But we don't have any Psychic type attacks, or Ground for that matter, on Brooklyn. We do on Gushers, but I think it's time for Brooklyn to fight for a little while. The reason I was saying that is Helimoth would have had a Psybeam, and we probably wouldn't have one-shot it anyways, and I bet you will two-shot it with Brooklyn. Maybe not, but I just figured out Bubble Beam did more. Well, hey, we might actually take it out. Look at that. The Intimidate made Brooklyn so good, and we have the Shell Bell. I am actually really believing in Brooklyn. I feel really strongly about him. I really do, and his special defense is really good. Yeah, I know it's just a Trubbish, but like, come on, he's good. I hope everybody out there is like, all right, I feel good. Normally, I'll add a Pokemon, and sometimes people are like, that's such a good pair, Corm's so smart. And then sometimes I'll add a Pokemon, and people are like, what was he thinking? This was such a bad idea. You could have used blank, or blank, or blank. It's not the match game, folks. It's Pokemon. So what I'm trying to say is, believe in me. That's what the whole episode's about, believing in my team, believing in me, right? You might see Brooklyn and be like, not the best idea, you made a mistake. Brooklyn could make it to the end of the game. Brooklyn could also die in the next episode, or this episode. What am I doing with my speaking? That's what's happened with Lout and Sonora now. But it's true. Anything could happen, and I feel genuinely really confident in my decision, and I hope you guys see that as well. Normally it takes an episode and they're like, all right, Corm did a good idea. This was a really good pick. I love Brooklyn. And, normally there's no upset people, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We got to do a double battle with both Shane and Charon. Let's get the guy that killed Lout out of the way. I don't even want to look at him. He disgusts me. Hey, it's 2 against 1 now, and Charon's like, Karma, I'd like to show them what we can do together. Why would I want to help you, you Bastiodon killer? Byron would hate you. Like, can you imagine Byron and Sharon battling against each other? Byron would make him pay. We have a Grimer and a Golbat. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're weak to Golbat, right? But we're gonna Intimidate and we can switch. And then I can switch back in and Intimidate. It's the Stoutland. I just don't want to see his Chinchino. That Stoutland got my perfect baby Lout damaged just enough where that Chinchino. Oh, double Intimidate! Let's go! Look at this! What are you two gonna do? You got nothing on Brooklyn. I don't even need to switch. Yeah, I do. Don't be stupid. Just don't be stupid. I was like, wait, is that Pursuit? No, we're fine. It's gonna Acrobatics Gushers, but you're -2 attack, bud. Please take out the Golbat. What are you doing, Sharon? You trying to get another one of my Pokemon killed? Wing attack. Yeah, that's not gonna do very much at all. Was it crits? Yeah, we're good. Sludge Bomb. You're done. They were teaming up on me. They poisoned Gushers too. I said that before I actually saw it, but I was so confident that it was gonna poison me that I said it anyways. So, what do we do here? Bulldoze does not hit everybody. It does? That's so stupid. What do you? No. I think Return probably does more than Water Pulse, but I'm gonna use Water Pulse anyways, because I feel like it, and that's it for Grimer, in case it was gonna use Venoshock. Fire Resist Venoshock, so even if Golbat has it, I'm not really concerned. Air Cutter, alright, that's not that big of a deal. It splits the damage, gonna do nothing to me. I'll be able to go ahead and Water Pulse this Golbat, hopefully take it out. It's actually pretty unlikely, now that I'm thinking about it, but I did confuse it. And next up, as long as I'm not weak to it with Brooklyn, I feel comfortable switching Krokorok. I mean, I'm probably pretty safe to switch, but in this case, I'm gonna use Rest. Yeah, because if I absolutely had to, I could just switch. Thunderfang. Okay, I didn't expect that, but that's it for Golbat. You didn't have to attack the Golbat. I could have just used Water Pulse and Krokorok, but I want to heal that poisoning, because this could, like, kill me here if it crit me. Phew. Scammy. It might not have been able to kill me with a crit, but it was just really scary because of that Sandile that did half a Gusher's health with a crunch, with a crit in the gym. Remember that one? And a Liepard. So yeah, I could switch, Intimidate, and I think I might. I mean, it could use Assist, show me what it has, and use, like, Acrobatics Golbat. Nah. We'll be asleep for 2 turns, though. Well, let's see what Stoutland's gonna do. They can't kill me from this stage, so let's just feel it out. Strength on Krokorok, that's pretty good. You're done. Stoutland is too strong for you. All right, I'm not too mad about Sharon. Also, I want the experience to be split. That's right, we will switch. I know it'll reset the sleep timer, and I know Assist could, you know, get some flying move, but let's be real. If that happens, I'll just take it as a sign from, oh, there we go, Pursuit. I'll take it as a sign from the universe that Hello Moth was supposed to be on the team. But because it used Pursuit, that was telling me that I made the right decision. And I hope you guys all agree with me in the comment section below. Tell me how awesome Brooklyn is, how excited you are to see me use a Masquerain, who is the eyeball Pokemon, by the way. I only switch to split the XP because Gushers gets too much XP. We're too close to the level limit. And I actually have a workaround for that. That'll be really cool. It'll actually help the whole team, which would be cool. You gonna heal me? You know you gonna heal my Pokemon? You kill my Bastiodon, then use me to help you fight your own problems, and then have the audacity to not even offer a healing item? Who are you? Also, I guess I could use a Castelia's Cone, but look, I'm gonna use a Lumberry because I'm swimming on them. Look at that, 36 Lumberries. Will I ever need another Lumberry? Probably not. Unless I actually use them as healing items. I still don't have the, unfortunately, I still don't have the citrus berries unlocked at the Join Avenue. I'm trying my best, all right? It's not easy. Where is the experience share? It's up in the items. That would make the most sense, would it not? Experience share will split XP. I'm giving it to Marcus. I'm sure everybody knows why, but he's so close. Why risk his life at this point? He can get there through the experience share, and we're gonna use Brooklyn again. Let's go. It's time for Brooklyn to shine once more, and this time he's gonna shine with Shane. Shining Shane. That'd be a good clickbait title. People would be like, he found a shiny while training. Not in this series, I didn't. Hello. Maybe, though. That'd be cool. We got another double battle with Grunt and Grunt. I have no idea what they could have. Trubbish and Coffee. Grimer and Coffee. Okay. I actually see Boom Boom Time. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. And ooh, Servine. That's not very helpful. I just realized Charon was like a good warm-up match because he's really good. You know I just complimented the enemy, but you couldn't even done better. Bud, who Servine, really? I feel like knocking out Servine would be the best strat. So like something competent could come into play. That sounds like a dumb idea. But is it? Is it? Nah, we're gonna attack the coughing. It could Boom Boom Time, which frightens me. And look, it set up Leech Seed. I don't think that helps me, though. I think that just helps him. What are you doing? Putting it on coughing. I'm gonna knock the coughing out. I'm disappointed, Shane. All right, it used Sludge. It's not gonna boom. We just figured out Bubble Beam does more. Yeah, for some reason, I used Gust again. Whatever. Sludge Bomb. Nothing, bud. You poisoned my bug. I'm disappointed. I wish that healed us both. That'd be super good. Well, I guess we can take out coughing. Unless he attacks coughing, I'll be disappointed in Shane. I don't want to do this with Gushers if I don't have to. Gushers has too much XP. You missed. You missed with Slam. I'm disappointed. What if Grimer has Veno Shot? It wouldn't kill me. I got way too much special defense. Unless it crit. Just don't. Like, you know, that's always the safe thing to say. Just don't. Okay, you Sludge Bomb. Scammy. I wish you would have attacked the Servine. I don't have time for him. He sucks, and I think I'm gonna have to switch. Watch off. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. But what if it has Pursuit? I have to. Yes. Scammy to death, because the guy had Liepard in the other fight and he used Pursuit. It's like, I bet you this Watchog has Pursuit. Leaf Blade. You're finally doing something, Shane. That could actually kill Watchog in a single hit. You didn't, and you confused my Gastrodon. How did I know you were going to attack me? I had a feeling. You know, I just had a pretty good feeling about it. But you see, kids, it's not a Sludge Bomb. There we go. We might have actually gotten rid of Servine. Not quite. All right. I have no care in the world for Shane, personally. Well, hey, at least he took out the Watchog. I mean, can we clap for Shane? Can everybody just stop for a moment? He's so good! All right, I was probably way too loud for everybody, but that's cool. Marcus gets lots of XP. Hurt myself? Yeah, how'd I know? I'm psychic, actually. I'm actually recording 2 steps ahead, like Big Brother, so they can cut out the swear words. Right? Anyways. Or, you know, something like, you know, if somebody happens to be talking about somebody peeing during a competition. Probably a bit too much, but somebody had to say it. Who did? Sam did. Sam? What am I talking about? I know what I'm talking about. And if you watch Big Brother, you know what I'm talking about too. I hit your Servine. I'm sorry. I lowered your Servine's speed. I didn't think about that. It doesn't matter. It's a Grimer. It's dead. We got one more Pokemon here. What could he have? I have no idea. Or is that it? Raticate. I always get so scared when I see Raticate. I tell you what. I'll use Water Balls. I'll spare Servine. Thank you for not sparing Servine. Live with 1 HP. It's like, that would be a boss stamp moment. Shane, you better be giving that Servine a boss stamp, or I'm gonna be very disappointed in you. I just one-shot Eradicate, so that saves us some time. Marcus gets lots of XP. I appreciate that. Yeah, Marcus is gonna get level 37 in no time that way, and it splits XP, which is always good, because we're really close to the level limit. I might have to, like, beeline to my straw. Oops. My bad. I apologize. I have manners, I promise. It was one of those, I was yawning, and mid-yawn, it, like, forced its way out of me. I do apologize. Look at this guy. He's like, I think his name's Zinzalin. I wish we could have just fought him. Yeah, it's Zinzalin. Even Charon was like, I think your name was Zinzalin? You. They're gonna escort us off, because we're not supposed to be here. It's not our ship. Yeah, kick us off, please. I have better things to do than deal with Team Plasma. Look, they're gone. Hey, we did our job. We did the police's job. You know, I was gonna say, are there any police in this game? I recall policemen. Yeah, we named our Trubbish after one. Our Trubbish is a better police officer. We should have added the Trubbish. We could have been like the boat police, right? It would have been a pretty good episode title if I do say so myself. But I believe in our episode title for sure. I'm certain of it. Anyways. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. I know the content, super short, but I introduced Brooklyn to you all. And I have added the death scene, training montage, all that. And we took out Team Plasma. We got that taken care of. So in the next episode, I honestly have no idea what we're supposed to do. I've got the Relic Passage, the Relic Castle, Volcarona, who I would like to knock out. It won't be difficult, but I'd like to knock out Volcarona. It's not one of my rules, but I probably will. It would have been something I'm supposed to catch, but I forgot to add that to the rules. Oops, it's my bad. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this one, because, like, I think the level limit's 40, like, flat. It might be 40. Well, no, it's 40. Yeah, it's 40. It might be. I don't know. You can see it on the screen, of course, but we're cutting it close. I still have the Chargestone Cave. Everything we can do now that we have the ability to surf. The Relic Passage. The Relic Castle. The area north of Mistralton. We got a lot of stuff to do with a really tight level limit. So I'm thinking what I might have to do is if I want to do all the surfing stuff, I might have to do the surfing stuff after. I might have to do all the surfing stuff after we beat Skyla. But I'll be over leveled. But like I might just have to, right? But if I do that stuff after or before, then I might just have to not do anything past Mistralton until we beat Skyla. Like, just skip all the trainers to get Skyla to come back to the gym. And then fight Skyla. But yeah, if we come up on this route, Charon will meet us again. He's not going to kill one of our Pokemon yet again. He's already done the damage that he needed to do. He'll take us into the Weather Institute, and he's going to give us a very, very important item. Because by coming up here and talking to him, he's going to give me the hidden machine for Surf, and that is HM03 Surf, the strongest water type attack we're going to have this adventure. Gusher's Water Pulse is no longer because we have the Surf, which is so good. Gimme Surf. Let's organize the bag. Gotta move it up by 1. 95 power in this game, 100% accurate. Gushers most certainly is going to carry us across the water. And I don't need Water Pulse any longer. That rhymed, I know. I apologize to a great degree. But yeah, we can now surf on the water, get lots of encounters, fight lots of trainers in the past areas. The Relic Castle, the Relic Passage, Chargestone Cave. We've got a lot to do in the next few episodes. But hopefully our team will remain intact. And we'll be able to make it to Skyla with these 6 all still together. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. Crush that like button for me. Help us reach the like goal on screen. And if you want to see more episodes like this of the Wedlocke Challenge, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of all future uploads for this series and the channel as a whole. And until then, I will see you all then. Thank you so much for watching. My team and I says goodbye.